I'm wet, I'm cold, there's a fish on my head, and clearly I'm not gonna be able to do this on my own. One of the things I loved about the game was that when you play it, there's this aspect of it being like out of control almost at points. When you go fast enough, the idea of also going incredibly fast with a character in a video game is so exciting, but the idea that as you go fast, the game can get either more difficult or whatever, it's just harder to control. I loved the idea that you can go so fast in different ways of attacking, but the idea that you can like fly across the screen. If you have enough speed, this aspect of the stage will be different than a different part of the screen if you're going slow. Because when you play a lot of side scrollers, a lot of the games are the same speed no matter what, but you can change the speed of Sonic so much that it can change the entire path of the game and make it crazier or more exciting or something like that. It was always really fun. Also, Robotnik is one of the craziest looking villains that is Dr. Robotnik is very exciting to try to defeat.
I knew when I got the call to do this movie that Sonic was a game. I think I had played it once or twice, and after I got the call, I started playing it with my grandson, who humiliated me constantly. And the really fun part was I got to see how smart he was, how clued in he was, and these games have turned kids into jet pilots. I mean, they're quick, and their reflexes are awesome. And he likes to trash talk a lot. He's 9 years old, and he trash talks me. I get angry, I put money in the swear jar, and I'm actually a lot like Robotnik when we play.
I was there for the dawn and the birth of the video game console. So I was very familiar with Sonic, and I know that at the time it was like a Sega versus Nintendo thing, and Mario versus Sonic, and so yeah, I spent a long time playing the game, and then my kids, another generation, spent many hours playing the game. I'm not as familiar with it as some, but definitely knew the character and definitely had some, you know, a good amount of hours playing Sonic when I was younger.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. When Jim Carrey was how we learned about comedy. Things like Ace Ventura and The Mask and Dumb and Dumber, I still regard as one of the top 5 movies ever made. It is an incredible movie, but when you see this person who, you know, you just looked up to as a legend, and now he's in this film, it's incredible. And also the type of work that he's doing in this, it just resembles so much to the stuff that I loved when, you know, he was doing those movies when I was growing up, that it's so exciting to see. When we're watching, you know, cuts of this film, I would look at Jeff or James or Tika and be like, like you look at it like, oh, because he's doing these things that you remember, it like touches a part of your childhood, and it just gets you really excited. I was very, very excited. And I think he gives an incredible performance. I think it's so funny.
I'm just having so much fun, honest to God. It's a great, fun part to do. And you get in the gizmos and the gadgets and stuff and fly around in that ship, and they've got that on a crane and they're manipulating it and stuff, and you're just kind of got to imagine the whole thing. It's a real blast. I really liked it, really enjoyed it.
I know you're supposed to say in these things that working with this person is like a dream and that's your hero. He really is one of the actors that I looked up to the most growing up in this business, and even before that, his stand-up, he's a hero of mine. And the one saying that he is, they say don't meet your heroes, and this one, like, no, I'm glad I got to meet my hero.
The time for talking is over. It's time to push buttons.
Your flying eggs are pretty impressive, Mr. Eggman, but let's face it, you'll never catch me. I think one of the things that the movie does really well is that it gives you heart in Sonic, and you care about the stakes that are happening. It's kind of like this kid that doesn't really have a place to call home, and finally, I guess without giving out too much of the movie, finally finding his place a little bit in this world, and then it being stripped away from him. It's such a story where you see heartbreak within Sonic, right? So you feel for him. It's not just cotton candy, joke, 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 joke. You're invested in the character, so when good and bad happens to him, you care about the path of the character. And I think those are the things that make a really exciting movie and stuff like that.
It is a joy to be on the receiving end of all of Jim's antics, all the performance stuff that he comes up with on set. To be looking at him in the eye when he's shouting at you, spitting in your face, 10 different lines, 10 different ways, and throwing himself on the floor. It's vintage Jim Carrey, and it's such a joy to watch.
If they steal my powers, they could conquer the universe.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
I feel just like Vin Diesel. It's all about family, Tom.
Pew, 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 pew. Sonic the Hedgehog.